Good evening, I'm Bo Williams and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. And weather is at the top of the list again tonight. Cold temperatures in control again today. As a matter of fact, this morning, drivers in Blount County and southwest Knox County hit some weather-related slowdowns. For example, this backup was along I-140 around 9:30 following a wreck. Now, TDOT reported icy conditions in at least 2 places around that area. Department spokesperson Mark Nagy sharing this picture of the road conditions at the time near mile marker 8, where crews were brought out to salt the roadway. And 6 News viewer Sarah Strong shared another view of the impact from the slick spot. You can see cars stopped on the bridge that carries I-140 over the Tennessee River. Traffic was moving again around 10 in the morning, but you can see how just a few icy patches can leave traffic all tied up. And we're going to have more on the response when it comes to East Tennessee's roadways for you in a moment. Our next big story, readying the roads for what's to come. No issues to see out there tonight from the TDOT SmartWay camera network as we give you that live look. But the public servants who get out in the cold to keep the roads open, they're ready to do what is needed. Blount County's Highway Department is preparing for the conditions. The road superintendent says you and your neighbors can help out by staying off the roads when the weather turns bad, unless, of course, it's an emergency.
No, I know some people in emergency situations need to go. If it's not emergency and it's just curious, want to play, it really helps us if you stay off the road. The Sheriff's Department, Emergency Services, the fire trucks, so on and so forth. We need to be able to move without worrying about somebody sliding into us or us sliding into them.
For both TDOT and the Blount County Highway Department, pre-treatment will begin over the next couple of days.
What we'll do first is put down salt brine, which is basically a salt water mixture. And you put that down and hopefully that can keep ice from forming on the roadways. Once that snow starts to fall, then we'll go back over in these areas with salt to try to melt that snow so that we don't have that on our roadways as well. So, you know, this is something that we are fully stocked in terms of our supplies, so we're good to go with that.
Blount County's Highway Department will have roughly 20 trucks out working on Friday. TDOT planning to put more than 300 salt and brine trucks on the road just in our region. And we do have some school closings and delays for you right now. Campbell County schools, Claiborne County schools will be closed tomorrow. Cocke County schools operating on a 1-hour delay. Scott County schools will be closed, and you can always find our full list of school closings on WAT.com. They are also scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Well, a big follow-up on our list is next for you. We are hearing from a woman who was followed by a volunteer firefighter who is now charged with impersonating law enforcement. You know, like we told you last night at 6, Henry Reiger was arrested following the road rage incident off Cosby Highway in Cocke County last month. Lauren Mellichamp says that she noticed someone following her, flashing their lights and showing a badge. But he eventually stopped following her when she started to drive toward a police station. Mellichamp tells 6 News she was intimidated.
I looked at my rear view because he was still behind me. I was like, okay, I'm going to police station at this point because I'm scared. I was genuinely terrified about the way this man was acting. I've been followed in the past. I've been stalked in the past. And that just kind of is, ooh, I was terrified.
Reiger used to work for the Parrotsville Volunteer Fire Department. Right now, he works for the Centerview Volunteer Fire Department. But the fire chief tells 6 News Reiger's employment is now under review. Tonight, we are learning that a man is accused of setting fire to a home while 3 people were inside at the time. This happened in the Mechanicsville neighborhood Sunday. Knoxville Fire Department says everything started with a car fire on James Avenue early that morning. The victim saying someone he got into an argument with was to blame. Afterward, court records show that Shamil Stinson went to the victim's house threatening to kill him. Stinson apparently left, and first responders say he returned with some sort of flammable liquid, setting the house on fire. Fire crews extinguished the flames. No one was hurt. As for Stinson, Knoxville police found him hiding in the basement of a nearby abandoned home. He was taken into custody and faces arson charges tonight. Meanwhile, a Maryville man is facing charges after being accused of trying to set a home on fire with a woman still inside. Sheriff's office says this happened at a home off Vinegar Valley Road Sunday night. The victim saying she woke up to the smell of something burning and a door slamming. After being found on a nearby road by law enforcement, a report says Damian Tackett admitted to pouring kerosene at his sister's house and then lighting it on fire. And he said he was on the way to another house to do the same thing. Tackett is facing several charges tonight. A big contract is in front of Knoxville City Council members as we speak. It's an 11.5-year deal to provide Knoxville Police with equipment like body cameras, dash cameras, and services that go with them. Now, that contract with Axon Enterprises would be worth $27 million. It also covers stun guns and a new records management system. City Council member Amelia Parker is raising concerns about another part of the contract, a service through Axon which would allow police to tap into private surveillance cameras if camera owners voluntarily allow access. We reached out to Knoxville Police, and a spokesperson tells us they do not have a statement on that technology at this time. Councilmember Parker says she opposes expanding police surveillance. We'll, of course, let you know what happens at tonight's meeting. We'll have that for you coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. A big tribute is in place to a Knox County Sheriff's deputy killed in the line of duty. This morning, local leaders gathered to remember Deputy Tucker Blakely with a permanent memorial honoring his life, his service, and his death 14 months ago. The memorial for Tucker Blakely is located at the intersection of Emory Road and Brickyard Road. Blakely, you may remember, was shot and killed in October of 2023 while responding to a domestic situation in Hardin Valley. Today, his family was at the unveiling ceremony reflecting on the loss.
Honestly, sometimes it's sad.
Yes. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, especially with, like, my son just learned to read, so when he reads out his daddy's name, it's sweet, but it's still sad.
Yeah.
We'd much rather have Tucker back, but we do appreciate everything that's been done in his honor.
Yes.
In addition to serving his community as a sheriff's deputy, Blakely was a Powell High School graduate and an Army veteran. The county has also named the bridge over Beaver Creek and Brickyard Road in Blakely's honor. Hawkins County Sheriff's Office believes deputies have found the body of a man wanted for shooting a victim in the hip over the weekend. William Milam was wanted after an alleged argument that led to the shooting. Investigators say Milam ran away after the weapon was fired. Today, the sheriff's office says a K-9 helped deputies find what they believe is Milam's body in a wooded area. The person's identity has not yet officially been confirmed. The investigation is continuing tonight.